This is an exponentials question because t is in the power of 0.75. It's the exponent. This is going to be an exponential decay because it does say there's a decrease, but also the base is less than 1. So every time t increases by 1, I'm going to be times by 0.75 and it's going to be getting less. So if I just draw a little graph of that, it means it's going to be looking a bit like this. So what does that mean? This is the starting value and it's the number that's in front. It's when t is equal to 0. So this thing here just becomes 1 and the answer for write down the value of the car when new is simply 16,000. No other calculation required. Write down the annual percentage decrease in the expected value of the car. Well, 1 is 100% and 0.75 is a multiplier, and that means it's 75%. So every time t increases by 1, we are finding 75% of the value. What does that mean? That means it's a 25% decrease. It's 100 minus 75. Finally, show that the expected value of the car when 2 years old is 9,000. Well, here, let's do, we have to do this without a calculator, remember? So if t is 1, then I'm going to get that v is 16,000 times 0.75. Now I'm going to use a little trick and change that to 3/4. It's a bit easier to times by fractions. So that is going to be, I can find a quarter of 16,000 first, and that's going to be 4,000. And I can times that by 3, and that's going to be 12,000. So if t is equal to 2, then v is then going to be this 12,000 multiplied by 3/4. I'm basically multiplying 16,000 by 3/4 twice. So if I multiply 12,000 by 3/4, again I'm going to find a quarter. That's going to be 3,000. I'm going to times that by 3, and that's going to give me 9,000 as expected. Okay, I did say finally, but actually there's a part B to this question and a part C. So Amelia sketches a graph to show the expected value of her car as it gets older. Explain how you know that Amelia's graph is incorrect. Well, actually, I did hint at this earlier. Explain how we know it should not be a straight line. Okay, it's actually going to look a bit like this. What Amelia has drawn is called a linear graph, whereas this one that I've drawn is an exponential graph, exponential decay. Amelia assumes that her car will have no value at all after 20 years. Explain why her assumption is mathematically incorrect. And I mean, the exponentials never touch the axis, so I think that's one answer. Explain why the value will never reach 0. I think that's absolutely fine to just write that.